Hello, Kenyans. Devastating news of a fallen hero, a Kenyan fallen hero. It's not that good news, and the whole country's in pain and tears. Most people don't believe that it is what it is, and it is what they're hearing. For Raila is no more. Raila Amolo Odinga is no more. A guy who has fought for the rights of the country, a guy who has fought for the multi-party system in the country, a guy who has done much for the sake of this country. He is no more. As you can see, Kenyans are mourning differently from different regions in the world. Those who are local and those who are not local Kenyans, both of them are mourning, expressing their gratitudes, expressing their sorrow, the demise, the death of Raila Amolo Odinga. At different locations, different places, people crying differently. Going live. And we are live. We're back. We're sorry for the technicalities that we had previously, and our video was had to be paused. We're back. We're mourning with the rest of the country for the death of Raila Amolo Odinga, a brave person, a hero to all Kenyans, a father to very many, a father to his own biological children, a father to very many when it comes to the political mentorship. He has mentored a lot of people in politics, and he was still mentoring very many in politics. He is the father of the multi-party system in Kenya that makes us enjoy the rights of having more political parties. He's the father of democracy in the country, Kenya. He has done much for the sake of this country. And because of that, with his death, many are mourning because they can't fully understand how to explain the feeling that Raila is no more. The young, the old, everyone is mourning. There's no one who is not mourning the death of Raila Amolo Odinga. Everyone is mourning the death of Raila Amolo Odinga. Uh, because it came so much unexpected. No one expected this one to happen, but it happened, or it has happened. What's the way forward from whatever has happened? What will people say? What are people saying from different locations? And there's a lot of confusion around. People don't know what to say. People don't know what to do because he's gone, gone and gone, and never to come back again, never to be seen again, or never to be heard again. His voice has been silenced. His voice has been silenced. All the only thing that will remain with will be his remarks, his words, his remarks, his wisdom, his speeches, and the great work that he has done for the sake of this country, Kenya. That is the only thing that we will remain with as we continue to live and lead in this country. Much has been said, and much is being said by different people from different locations, trying to explain what is really happening or what has really happened. There are some who have gone so much to start sharing about the prophecies that they think have been fulfilled concerning the same, but that is not what we are in today. And we might look into that. We might look into that to see whether it's right for them to continue sharing whatever they are sharing, or whether it's wrong. Yes, they made the prophecies, and the prophecies have been fulfilled. But is it the right time for us to start talking about the fulfillment of the prophecies? Is it something that was could have been stopped and it was not stopped, or is it something that was just meant to happen and it has happened? Either way, no one had control of that, because I can see most people are really uh, in jubilation mode, and some in somber mode, and everyone has its own has have their own feelings about this. Though most of the country, the rest of the country, majority of the country is really in pain, in disbelief of what has just really happened. Sad news for Kenya, sad news for Africa, and sad news for the world. He is one among the key leaders in Africa. People who have stood for democracy, people who have defended democracy to their last breath. They have stood so strong to defend what they call democracy for all African countries, and they have been leading at the forefront to make sure that the democracy that they're fighting for is followed and is made available to each and every individual uh, who fights for it. And we're talking about Raila Amolo Odinga, the African icon, the African hero, a father to many in politics, and a biological father to many. He is a very good example that many who will want to join politics will look unto. He is a very good example for those who want to join politics to look unto, for he has shown that all is possible and all can work if you lead. If you lead it, if you believe in yourself, everything is possible. Many leaders have come in to control the family. Many leaders have come to control the family, uh, standing with them and showing them they're together with them in this hard time within the reach. So just be going through some of the statements that have been offered or have been given already with different bodies inside the interbound Kenya Airways plane dispatched to collect the remains of Raila Odinga. There's a plane that is dispatched to go to India to collect the remains of Raila Amolo Odinga, meaning that he'll be landing in the country anytime, either midnight or very early in the morning, in preparation for his burial. Kenya High Commissioner to India, Ambassador Peter Munyiri, received Raila's body at the Kerala Medical College in India, ready to be transported back to the country for the preparation of its burial, the body's burial. I see that the OGM have given a statement already, and Sifuna says that we have lost a father, we have lost our father, and this is the statement that the OGM have already given in this concerning this matter. Tuko tayari, Orange Democratic Movement, and that has been their slogan since. For immediate release statement on the passing of Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, Nairobi, that is October 15th, 2025. It states that this morning we have received the dreadful news of the passing of our party leader and icon, Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga in India while undergoing treatment. The party and the entire country is in deep shock following the news. On behalf of the party, I send my condolences to the family, friends, party members, and the millions across the world to whom the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga was a beacon of hope in a world filled with despair. The Right Honorable Raila Odinga has been the leading political figure in this nation for at least 3 decades, as at whose feet democratic ideas have been nurtured and political careers grown. He will remain a true giant for our nation and a darling in the hearts of many Kenyans. For his unwavering fight for justice and firm stand on freedom for all. While we process these adverse news and wait for further updates, I urge all party members to observe the tenets of unity and rally together as we reflect on the life and the times of our leader, a man who has been a mentor and a father to all, hence the moniker Baba. We shall be providing regular updates in conjunction with the family as Baba's funeral rites are planned. May Baba's soul find a deserving rest in peace, rest in heaven. That is from the SG Audium Party, Sifuna, Sifuna. Francis Gaifo here says that, right? Francis Ogola, Chief of Defense Forces, Roslyn Odede, Chairperson KHRC, Charles Ongondo Were, MP Kasipurela Amolo Odinga, ODM leader. These are some of the key leaders who've gone to be with the Lord in a period of 1 year, and unfortunately, they come from one direction. And that would be a question that most people will be asking, but that is not what we're asking here. We are not here to speak about rumors. We're here to speak about what you're seeing happening currently in this country. Oh, wow. What is the prophecy? People are saying that there's a prophecy that have been fulfilled, as we talked earlier, and Apollo is good that you have found it worthy to disrupt the conference. Remember, I started this struggle since independence, way before you were even born. Ford, Kenyatta, and Moi never succeeded. I'm still struggling now to be a president of Kenya up to now. I want to tell you this: if your intention is to sink me down for a takeover, you will also struggle until your sunset days trying to be the president, and you will be. Okay, this one is from who? Not really important. Yeah, we're seeing that President Uhuru, President Ruto controlled with the family today, earlier today. He controlled with the family earlier today, and wish talk to Kenyans, wishing them that everything will be well. The Indian doctor who attended to Raila Odinga says he was diabetic, had kidney problems, and had suffered deep vein thrombosis, DVT in the leg. Uh-huh. Let's hear that.
Former Kenyan Prime Minister was brought to our casual emergency medicine today morning at 8:20 a.m. Just a history with a history of sudden collapse during his morning walk at Sridhariya, which is an Ayurvedic hospital close to our place. Then itself, they had started CPR, that is cardiorespiratory resuscitation, and he was brought with the CPR, active CPR. His doctor and security were with him, and we continued CPR and did emergency intubation, that is putting a tube in the respiratory system, trachea, and continued CPR along with other resuscitative measures. Initially, there was no pulse or BP recordable, even palpation wise. So we, after doing intubation with continued CPR, we continued shifted the patient to our ICU with all the staff and the facilities. In ICU, after some time, we could get some rhythm. On the monitor, it showed ST elevation in the ECG leads, in the anterior leads. Plus, we could see regional wall motion abnormalities, that is reduced movement of one artery territory, that is LAD territory. There was hypokinesia. It means there is less movement in that area. So, after stabilizing him with some IV fluid and all, we just give him an injection, that is injection reticulates, for dissolving the clot if it is there in the coronary arteries. And we could see him with the significant edema of the right lower limb, right leg. When we means whatever information we got from the doctor was he was a diabetic, hypertensive, chronic kidney disease patient. He had right lower limb DVT, for which he was put on IVC filter. And recently he had a thin subdural hematoma. Last Saturday when it was done, that was almost very thin. And the neurosurgeon was the doctor who was with us in the ICU, one who followed the patient from, accompanied the patient from Sridhariya. So after discussing with him, we went ahead with the thrombolysis with the injection reticulates. Even we continued CPR, that is from 8 o'clock in Sridhariya till 9:52 in our ICU. With all other ACLS criteria, we continued CPR in spite of our very sincere, very continued CPR and other measures. We couldn't make him survive. So we are very sorry to inform that he is no more with us, and our very sincere condolence and prayers for his family and for the Kenyan people. That's what happened. Round the Bay of Mexico.
Yeah, welcome back to our studios because we're giving you updates on what is happening. There is on Raila Amolo Odinga in relation to in related to Raila Amolo Odinga's death. That is while he was receiving treatment in India, and you just had what the doctor who was working, the nurse who was working on him has just said. That is so unfortunate that we've lost Raila Amolo Odinga, and I know most Kenyans are asking questions and they really want to know what really happened and how all those things happened that led to whatever we are listening to and what the country just woke up onto. And it's it is a devastating news, as we are saying and as we said earlier. And most people are looking for answers. Is there a definitive answer to what just happened to Raila Amolo Odinga? Was it something that could have been avoided, uh, or is it something that was unavoidable and there was nothing that could have been done so far? And it remains to be as it is. We say that there is a plane that has left to India to recover, if I use the right word, to recover the body of Raila Amolo, Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. There is the former, there is the former Prime Minister of Kenya.
Ukaongeza kurasa kwenye daftari za historia baada yake kupinga matokeo katika mahakama ya juu. Ushindi wa Uhuru Kenyatta ulifutiliwa mbali na uchaguzi mpya kuagizwa kufanyika katika siku 60. Raila Odinga alisusia uchaguzi huo mnamo Oktoba 26 mwaka 2017 na kumpa nafasi Uhuru Kenyatta kunyakua urais kwa asilimia 98.3 ya kura zilizopigwa. Lakini Raila hakuachia hapo. Kwenye hafla iliyoandaliwa bustani ya Uhuru, kiongozi huyo wa ODM aliapishwa kama rais wa raia. Wakili Miguna aliongoza uapishi huo na kufurushwa nchini muda mfupi baadaye. Mnamo Machi mwaka 2018, Mheshimiwa Raila na aliyekuwa Rais Uhuru Kenyatta wakaunda serikali ya mseto baada ya handshake iliyobadili tena siasa za taifa. Jaribio lake la mwisho lilikuwa mwaka 2022 ambapo Rais William Ruto alimpiku. Hii ilikuwa mara yake ya 5 kushindwa, na licha ya kwenda mahakamani, ushindi wa William Ruto ukaidhinishwa. Kwa mara ya 5, Mheshimiwa Raila aliweka wazi azma ya kuwa rais, na kwa mara ya 5 azma hiyo ilizimwa. Licha ya upendo wake kwa taifa, majaribio hiyo 5 yalidhihirisha moyo wake wa matumaini ya kubadili taifa la Kenya. Safin Aching Uma, runinga ya Citizen.
Mtazamaji, ni mengi yamesemwa, mengi yamejiri tangu tupa.
Yes, mengi yamesemwa na mengi yamejiri. Zaidi ni wakati watu waliposikia kwamba Raila Amolo Odinga tayari hayupo nasi ama ameaga. Wengi walileta mambo mingi, kwanza kusema yale ambao wanafikiria wanayafahamu, na wamesema mingi zaidi yale ambao maybe yangehusishwa na mambo tofauti, lakini yote kwa yote hatuna mengi ya kuyasema, hakuna mengi ya kusema. We'll just follow up with the updates on what's happening next and what will be happening next. Maybe you can connect with us and tell us what do you think the death of Honorable Raila Odinga, the impact of the death of Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga to the Kenyan people and the world at large. How do you think this will affect the political sphere in this country? Unafikiria ita affect aje the political sphere in this country? You can connect with us and let us know What are your thoughts, and how are people reacting wherever you are? Watu wanareact aje penye huko? I see Shola ad saying, fellow Kenyans, let's stay extremely alert as we mourn Raila Amolo Odinga. Uh, uh, that one is not finished over here because it's not doesn't really concern on the updates that you're looking into. Today, happening now, set for the state of funeral preparation at Raila Odinga's current home. There is updates immutable but irreplaceable Baba Raila Odinga. Yes, that's the question that I'm asking you. Do you think that Raila is replaceable? Do you think we have someone in this country who can replace Raila when it comes to his aura in politics, and when it comes to his power in politics, and when it comes to what he has been able to achieve for the sake of this country? Do you think there is someone who can replace Raila Amolo Odinga with his political prowess that he has shown around? And someone is showing up here a video, a live video of Raila Amolo Odinga taking a walk at the hospital in India. That is early today in the morning, and he looked like someone who is so much stronger, like who has fully recovered from whatever illness he was in. But again, we've had the news that he's no longer alive. He has gone to be with the Creator. Uh, Many things that people are talking about over here. We're still following the updates. Sorry for that. We're still following the updates, and just to see what's really happening. The only man I will always celebrate is life. Okay, that is not very important. I That is one day ago when Honorable George Peter Kaluma said that I feel so good after speaking with Baba this morning. Baba is an angel in a human body. That is because he knew that everything will be okay. Everything will be okay because Baba had fully recovered. The stupid online hate is absolutely different with the real situation on ground. Baba Raila Odinga was loved. This is because of this group of people who are really doing mourning Raila Amolo Odinga, crowds of people that are mourning Raila Amolo Odinga on the streets, different seats in this country, different places within the country. Yeah, it's not normal, and most people don't really. We are so uncertain of what will happen next. We don't really know what will happen next. We don't really know what will happen next. And someone says, Odium Party says Sajan has fallen, the father of democracy, a selfless leader who chose Kenya ahead of his personal ambitions. The president Kenya never had a beacon of hope, a peace, and prosperity. A statesman, a Pan-Africanist, we mourn rest in peace, our party leader Raila Amolo Odinga. And that is the very question that I'm asking you. Do you think Raila can be replaced? Do you think there is someone who can replace Raila Amolo Odinga? Do you think there is someone who can replace Raila Amolo Odinga? Do you think there is someone who can replace, there is any other politician who can replace Raila Amolo Odinga? Do you think there is someone else who can replace Raila Amolo Odinga? I'm deeply saddened by the passing of Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, a true statesman, a patriot, and a champion for the democracy. His unwavering commitment to the public service and his visionary leadership shaped Kenya's political landscape and inspired generation during the formative years of Odium Party and the Odium Pentagon. I had the honor of serving alongside him as a founding member. I witnessed firsthand his rare ability to identify and empower young visionary leaders and his constant pursuit for a united and prosperous Kenya. Raila's legacy will forever stand as a beacon of resilience, hope, and courage in the face of adversity. As we mourn his tremendous loss, I extend my deepest condolences to his family, friends, and all Kenyans whose lives he touched. Rest in peace, Raila Amolo Odinga. Your vision and sacrifice for Kenya will never be forgotten. That is a Najib Balala giving his take on that. George T. Diano, uh, When you when you observe Mama Ida Odinga, you will perceive the quiet strength of a woman who's who has long come to terms with fate. Her composure reflecting profound acceptance, shaped by years of pain, experience, resilience, and grace, may she find strength during this difficult time. I wish I was able to project some of the things that I'm reading on the screen, but I don't know how to do that. I'm learning this is my first time to be live on YouTube. I'll get to know that, and then I'll be back with the best way possible. I'll make sure that you're getting it right as you deserve it. That whatever I read, I can also be posting it for you. The news of Raila Molo Odinga. That is the news of Raila. That's from Guru Kenyatta. The The life and times of the late former Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila Amolo Odinga, that is October, died on October 15th, 2025, that is today. Raila was born on January 7th, 1945, that is in Maseno, Maseno, which is currently Kisumu County. Education Kisumu Union Primary, Mandara, Maranda High School, and Leipzig University, that is in Germany, where he acquired some say certificate and some say diploma, some say degree. Unless we go check it out, we will understand. We'll have more understanding on that. The nicknames that he has received in his career as a politician is Baba, Baba Tinga, Agwambo, Jacoma, Hama, and Enjima. Yeah, political life, AU High Representative for the Infrastructure Development, that is from 2018 to 2023. Prime Minister for Kenya, that is from 2008 to 2013. Odium Party leader up to date from 205, from 205 up to date. And Minister of Roads, Public Works and Housing, that is from 203 to 205. Minister for Energy, that is during Moi's era, 2001 to 2002. And then MP Langata, that is in 1992 to 2013. Family life spouse now is that is Ida Odinga. He only had one wife, that is Ida Odinga. Children Fidel Huslate and Rosemary Winnie Raila Odinga Jr. Those are the children that Raila Odinga has had. in a short brief, that is the life of Raila Amolo Odinga. But there are very many other people who have known him in different capacities that I hope they will be here that we talk about it because it really brings in what we really need to understand. We tried to broadcast live at the home of Raila Amolo Odinga after his death was announced and that we had to abandon it. That is Larry Madowo.
But after that, he did agree that made him part of the government of President William Ruto. You have members of his cabinet who are the government. So that is the kind of process here. You had him eulogized by global leaders from Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister of India, where he died. Narendra Modi saying he was a friend of India and a great statesman. You had eulogies from the African Union chairperson who said he was a great African statesman and that he had losses. Many of these people have taken over every stage.
Yeah, that is Larry Madowo, and it says that they tried to go live stream and report, give updates when at Raila Odinga's residence when he was announced that he's passed. But it was so impossible for him to continue doing so because of the mourners who are all around mourning Raila Amolo Odinga, mourning the good works of Raila Amolo Odinga, as they remember what Raila has been able to do in this country and what he has stood for as a citizen of this country and as a politician of this country. Many would say that Raila was a man who put his country, Kenya, first more than his own self ambitions or self. He was selfless to himself, but so selfish to his own country. When I say selfish to his own country, is I mean that he wanted the best for the country, and he could do anything to make sure that the country is as it's supposed to be. He achieved some of the things and he did not achieve some of the things. But as we say again, the spirit of Raila Amolo Odinga will continue living among very many Kenyans who really admired and who have been mentored by Raila Amolo Odinga. Welcome back to our studios as we give you these updates on Alan Boy TV on what is really happening and what some of the people are saying around and what is happening in different parts of the country and different parts of the world. What most of the world leaders have been able to send, or the condolences or statements that most of the world leaders have given in regards to the death of Raila Amolo Odinga. As we bring this live to you from our studios, my name and your host is Alan Boy. Kindly don't leave without subscribing. Just make sure that you are with us here, and we will be on and on until maybe everything is done with. Um, that the Germany embassy in Nairobi says that we join the people of Kenya in mourning the passing of Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, defender of human rights, and democracy. He had a special connection to Germany since his student times in Maribag and continue to shape Germany and Kenya relationship, people to people relations. He'll be missed in both countries. Rest in peace, Raila Amolo Odinga. Someone says over here, this is Hanifa. I'm sorry, but those looks like KNH. Okay, that is up to you, Hanifa. We don't want to go deeper into that. Dr. Alphonse, cardiologist under Devon Mantha Hospital, despite our continued CPR and other measures, we couldn't make him survive. We are very sorry to inform that Raila, is no longer, he's no more with us, and our very sincere condolences and prayers for his family and the Kenyan people. There is former President Uhuru Kenyatta at current to console with Odinga's family after the loss of Raila Odinga. And yeah, all can see him as he heads to Raila's current home. Moses Kuria says this. This is Honorable Moses Kuria says the king is dead. Long live the king who will love this country now, who will stop our collective greed and self-destruction. Go be well, mentor and friend. You truly orphan 001. That is Moses Kuria saying, giving his condolences to Raila family and saying that the king is dead. Long live the king who will love this country now. He's expressing Raila's love for this country, that he had so much love for this country that nothing could stop him from defending the rights and the democracy for this country. All he wanted is to see a better Kenya. All he wished that is one day he become the president and try to implement all that was in his head, and try bring everything right in this country, just to make Kenya a better place. We will never understand what Raila really intended to show, or what kind of leadership he really wanted to bring about in this country, as far as politics and leadership is concerned, because he is no more. If he was younger enough, we could have said maybe when he grows up, things will be much better and be able to experience his leadership in all this. But again, we'll say those who've been under him have experienced his leadership firsthand. Him as the ODM leader, and him as the prime minister, and him as the minister in different sections within the country, and him as a father, will say that he showed exemplary leadership from the grassroots to the national and international stages, because that is what he has been. Then Moses Kuria calls himself an orphan, says that he's been left an orphan by the demise of Raila Amolo Odinga. That one is not important for us now. We go back to Gideon Moy says this. It is a profoundly sad moment for our nation. Following the passing of the Kenya's former Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, earlier today. Indeed, Mr. Odinga was the most consequential politician figure of our time. Throughout his distinguished career as a member of parliament, a cabinet minister, and a prime minister, he started some of the most transformative reforms that reshaped the social and political fabric of our country. What will forever define Honorable Odinga's legacy was his untiring selflessness. He consistently placed the nation above self and all else. He made decisions not because they were popular or convenient, but because they were right. He was a man of a firm conviction, who believed that a country can only prosper when constitutionalism and the rule of law precedes any other ambitions. Yet he was pragmatic enough to build a consensus when the country's unity and progress demanded it. On a personal level, Honorable Odinga was my friend and a confidant, a leader whose wisdom, generosity, and counsel I deeply cherished. Therefore, to attempt to eulogize the Right Honorable Raila Odinga is to accept the inadequacy of words to capture the depth of his impact, his sacrifices, and his towering influence on our democracy. We have lost a leader, a mentor, patriot, a father, and a father to many. On behalf of the entire Moi family and the Kanu fraternity, I extend our heartfelt condolences to his beloved wife, Mama Ida Odinga, his children, Rosemary, Winnie, and Junior Odinga, or Raila Odinga, as well as his brother Dr. Oburu Odinga, during his moment of profound sorrow. We stand with them in prayer and solidarity, trusting that God will grant them strength and comfort to bear his great loss. May the Right Honorable Raila Omolo Odinga rest in eternal peace. That is from Gideon Moi, the son of the former Kenyan president, that Raila served under as a minister of finance, minister as a minister uh, sometimes back. Yeah. Mm, much is being said over here, but we're not following to that. We're not watching the rumors. We only work with what we know is right. Kalonzo gives a very long speech over here today, and I'd like to go through Kalonzo Musyoka for immediate release. This is his statement, condolence message following the passing of Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, second Prime Minister of the Republic of Kenya. I received the devastating news of the death of the second Prime Minister of the Republic of Kenya and my dear brother, Right Honorable Amolo Odinga, this morning. Upon my arrival at Heathrow International Airport, London, United Kingdom, where I am on a scheduled 10-day program. Right Honorable Odinga, fondly referred to for decades as Baba by his ardent supporters, family, and friends, and albeit begrudging in admiration by his most fiercest detractors, was more than an enigma, wherever that one is. Baba was a force of nature that kept on going and going despite of hurdles put in front of him. Babu was the longest suffering political detainee in Kenya and at the heart of the struggle of multipartyism. Raila's body bore the scars of the slings and arrows, bullets and batons that no man or woman should ever endure. Yet, at each point of release from the detention cells and torture chambers, he would raise his arms up to the heavens, his fist clenched in determination, resolved that the tears and the painful scars he personally suffered would yield to democracy and freedom for his beloved Kenya. That is why we call him a champion of the second political liberation, that is multipartyism. Baba's physical and mental struggle for Kenya, well documented nationally and internationally, earned him the title Agwambo. In the years I interacted with Agwambo professionally in Kenya's political space, I got to understand why he was referred to as that from the opposition benches to the government sides as a prime minister to August 27, 2010, the day our new constitution was promulgated. My brother Raila played an instrumental and integral role in developing power from the imperial presidency to the people-centered constitutional order. For that, we owe him our immense gratitude. Since 2013, since 2013, I have the singular privilege of working very closely and passionately with my brother twice as his running mate both in court and Nasser, as well as his partner in Azimiola Umoja One Kenya coalition. We learned a lot from each other and shared a lot in pain together. To Mama Ida and the entire family, in particular Rosemary, Raila Jr., and Winnie, as much as I cannot imagine the shock and the heartbreak that you are currently going through, I want you to know that my family and I stand in solidarity with you in this regards. I know that all Kenyans are praying for you. Kenya has lost an exemplary leader, the president whom a president who won but was never declared and sworn in the office. The loss of Right Honorable Raila Odinga is not only a loss to his family and country, but also the entire African continent. I will miss my brother and friend dearly. I am therefore rearranging my schedule for engagements in the United Kingdom in honor of my fallen brother. May God rest the soul of Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga in everlasting peace. Uh, there is His Excellency Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, 10th Vice President of the Republic of Kenya, a white patriotic front party leader. A very long statement from Kalonzo Musyoka over here in regards to the death of Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. Which we
hata hii mzee yetu Odinga atamgonga hiyo mzee, atamchanganya, wewe utaona. Na aliniambia hii mzee, wachia mimi. Siku alikuwa anataka kwenda EU, nikamuuliza ajenda yako na hii mzee ni gani? Acha hii mzee nitapanga yeye. Hii mzee nitapanga yeye kidogo kidogo, peleke EU nini nichukue ODM, and I can see it is happening. So wewe bwana Tinga, you you are listening to people who have experience with that man. So when Museveni tunaulibia, we want to give you a small tip. Huyo mtu achana naye. I like to tell you that we are aware as a family and as Yoluo and as Kenya that you have very, very bad plans. You want to finish.
So you tell us what's happening where you are, what is happening where you are, what is happening where you are, how are Kenyans mourning Raila Amolo Odinga where you are, how are Kenyans mourning Raila Amolo Odinga where you are now, and what is really happening. Yeah, we saw some people crying within Nairobi town. Uh, we've seen the same happening in Kisumu. We've seen the same happening in different parts of the country. And we're just asking you, how are people mourning Raila Amolo Odinga where you are currently? And what do you think? What's the gap? What do you think? Do you think Raila Odinga can ever be replaced in the Kenyan political scenes? Do you think Raila Amolo Odinga can ever be replaced in the Kenyan political scene? And what do you think will happen over this? The preacher Matthew is a prophecy shocks the internet. He said earlier this year. Let's listen to this. This is.
There are two people in this country, very important, that God is calling home. And the reason why I'm talking about it because it's very close now.
We are listening to this preacher over here, whose people believe maybe his prophecy came true.
We need to pray for these two people. I will reveal only one. Hallelujah. Amen. I don't know whether I should reveal because it's very sensitive. Very sensitive. Hallelujah. We need to pray. These people, the first one to go, when he goes, there will be a lot of instability in Kenya, particularly in a political arena. I'm seeing a lot of instability. He's a man who looks to be very strong. But it will be like a heart attack. It will be in the news in a
So
short
welcome
while.
back to
The
our
man will be no
studios.
more. It will not be a heart attack. Nasema nusu nusu. Nusu nusu namna gani? Waziri mkuu anakuja kwa sheria kubwa kama nameyaiya.
So that is what most people think that this speech was talking about, and I feel like the prophecy has come. It has happened, as this guy said. The Right Honorable, this Abuga Makori, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga's bodyguard Morris Ogeta, guarding his remains at Kerala, India ahead of the repatriation. Ogeta was present when Raila collapsed and died in the hospital's compound. And I wish I had a way to bring all these things to you, but I'm not just in a position to do that, or someone who knows how to do that can teach me, and I'll make this life more better and more fascinating because I'll be able to share some of the stuff that I'm talking about for you guys to witness and see. But currently, I can't really get that one right. Live chat reply. Um, so we keep it that way. So what do you think? Not really what do you think. What's happening where you are? in regards to what's happening where you are in regards to the death of Raila Amolo Odinga? What is happening where you are in regards to the death of Raila Amolo Odinga? What are people doing where you are in regards to the death of Raila Amolo Odinga? How are people mourning Raila Amolo Odinga where you are now? How are people mourning Raila Amolo Odinga where you are now? How are people mourning Raila Amolo Odinga where you are now? And do you think the death of Raila Amolo Odinga, uh, do you think his death do you think the death of Raila Amolo Odinga, let's get to listen to what's happening. Yeah.
William Ruto pamoja na nafikiri naibu wake